Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Inside Zimbabwean Sports. I'm your favorite host, Kunai KC, and today we're going to be discussing Afcon Day 5 as we start off with Angola versus Zimbabwe. They shared the spoils 1-1 in Marrakesh Stadium. So yes, I think Angola scored first, and I was not really convinced with Chateau Sao, but fortunately for us, the almighty smiling assassin Knowledge Musona showed the reason why he is one of Zimbabwe's best players of all time, and that assist from Bill Antonio was a world-class Premier League assist. So kudos to both of them for actually bringing the equalizer for Zim. I feel like that was the game that we should have won because I expected more from us. But possession at Tatisina, because Angola had like 67% possession and we had 23%. Is it what? 67% possession for Angola and 33% possession for Zimbabwe, which is probably not good enough for you to win a game, because if you have more possession, you probably have more chances of scoring. But I mean, we'll take the draw either way. Now, takutobata calculator kuti what I tisaka South Africa tikaijika topata 4 points, and all those kind of things, which is quite difficult to, beat Bafana because they are really coming in hot. Yesterday, penalty when they played against Egypt and they lost 1-0. So obviously they're coming to Marrakesh Stadium to win on Monday, which is tomorrow. So yeah, we really have to pull up our socks and we really have to do better. But I'll just mention a few people. We had a 3-5-2 formation. I think it worked out, but maybe Pama sub coach ndo pavanofana kuita vachi-improve. Like, we need to bring subs who will actually change the game, and we need to bring them early enough in the game. Jonah Fabish, of course, a lot of people were complaining, but I would say I would like to have a different take about Fabish, because Fabish is like the second best midfielder after Mangema midfielders at now. You get, if we had people like Nomo Tiny Minutes, probably our midfield would be a bit solid. But can I remember it? There's no way Fabishi Achabuditska, because midfield didn't know. You get. So I think we, as Zim team, I think I noticed that we lack a lot of experienced midfielders. We have more wingers, and from our wingers, panning a lot of competition is to put in the Anano squad, Postinana Chire, Watinana Maswani, say Msendami. All those good players were benched. Only Chire managed to come in the second half, which he did create quite a few chances that could have been converted. But anyway, game ragato opera, so we move on to the next. But I would say he's quite a good player. So I really do hope that we have a different approach that will make us win in the South Africa versus Zimbabwe game. Because let's be honest, guys, sometimes unofilonge Zimbabwe kutambira kungo disqualify, but we want to kill that narrative. Okay, we want to kill that narrative. At least let's win this game, at least, because drawing is not going to help us with anything. Drawing means so I would say let's just try to win the Zimbabwe versus South Africa game and be hungry to score goals. Let's not be comfortable with scoring one goal to Batapakapas. And who else do I have to mention? Ishmael Wadi, of course, a lot of people were also complaining, and all. But I believe maybe the coach has his own reasons. Wadi is tall, and Angola, they are also very tall. So it was probably something that was strategic and tactical to bring in someone who is also tall, substituting him for, was it Boni? Yeah, it was Boni, exactly. So Wadi did bring a few chances. Of course, they were not converted into goals, but you could see that he is trying to do something. So kudos to him. I haven't really seen him play. Honestly, this is my first time actually covering him and mentioning anything about him, basically. But I mean, I'm yet to see more of what he can do. I'm going to start following him now at club level, just to see which Anita and what does it bring to the table. But he seems like a promising player. And we also have Navaya. I didn't really see much of him yesterday, probably because the substitute was late. But yeah, it's good to see good team players, my local players, they're also getting a chance to play in the national team. And I think I don't know what to say much. What do you think, guys? Do you think kuti tinoikunda South Africa? Because I'm not confident that we will beat South Africa. South Africa is a very organized team. I was watching them play with Egypt yesterday. Of course, in Egypt, but like South Africa is very organized because isusu takatadza kudya Angola. But South Africa was strong enough to beat Angola. That says a lot about how strong they are. They already have 3 points. And if they draw against us, they have 4 points. They have a chance of going to the round of 16. It's also we have to win. Even they can either win or draw, it's going to help them because they are already ahead of us in terms of my points. So, I don't know. I just feel like if we are hungry enough, we'll probably destroy them. But if not, if we come with an attitude I don't think we are capable of destroying South Africa. I think tofana to any mentality yokuti win. Tika any mentality yokuti draw, it's not gonna work. We just have to play the best attacking football that we can ever do. But I would say I see some improvements with the team. I mean, from the Egypt game up until yesterday's game, you could see these boys are really trying their best. Of course, fans will complain it's not good enough because it should go to move on to the next level. We can't be just happy about mediocre things, which is true. But remember, Coach Alaka, we are, less than 2 months to the competition. The coach that we had patichitanga these Afcon campaigns, vakadzingwa, right? So you can't really expect the coach to have known all these people. And also, you can't really expect the coach to have known even the abroad players so much because of the fact that some of them, they joined camp late, as late as Musona 15. So 10 days, or I don't know, 4 days, because their first game was on the 22nd. 4 or 5 days is not enough for you to know somebody, right? So it's a situation where I would say, let's be patient with our national team. Let's be patient with our coach. Because Tadzingwa Afcon, in the case of Tadzingwa, say, then we sack the coach, then we try with another coach. Like, I understand the logic behind that, but, the wisest idea was to probably have gone with Nice because Aiziyama players again. But still, Mario, he's doing a good job so far because I think the positives that I can take, because I'm a very patriotic and positive person in the midst of trouble, is that in every game that we've played, Tina Super Mario, we've scored. Even if Tikaroa, Algeria versus Zimbabwe, we were 3-1, but we scored. And then Qatar, we won 2-1. Egypt, we lost 2-1, but I see 0. You see my point. Like, at least we are scoring, which is a positive thing that you can take, because Zimbabwe is going to 0-0, 1-0, 2-0, but we wouldn't even score a goal. Game race pera teaching defender board, and which is still a problem that we have. But at least now our attacking football is improving, right? So it's something to take note of and to see I think we are going somewhere with this team, even if it's like a slow and steady pace. But eventually, I guess in the next few years or in the next Afcons that we play, we will definitely be in a better position and our players will be sharper, they will improve, and they will be, striving to do better, of course. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments about this Zim versus Angola game, and what are your predictions for Zim versus South Africa. Edina, I can't wait to watch that match, guys. I am so excited about it. But anyways, besides that, we had Zambia and Comoros we had Zambia and Comoros yesterday, 0-0. And we had Morocco and Mali. Unfortunately, Morocco made their match 1-1. They drew 1-1. And of course, Egypt, South Africa, where Egypt got a red card and South Africa failed to score against a 10-man squad. They just failed. Vakazenge vakuchemera penalty at the end, which was quite justified why the referee didn't award it, because it was a natural body position for the tackle and the hand to be landing on the ground. He didn't deliberately, slap the ball aside. So I don't think it was a handball, in my opinion. But anyways, of course, people complain because penalty, but why didn't you score the whole game? Why? So such kind of things where I think Egypt was just dominating South Africa same way Egypt was dominating us. in the game that we played against them. And Egypt is qualifying, obviously, because they have 6 points already. So congratulations to them as usual. I mean, they have Mamouche, they have Mohamed Salah. What else do you expect? But today we have Benin, Botswana, we have Senegal, Congo, we have Uganda, Tanzania, and Nigeria, Tunisia. I will probably report on whatever I would have watched by the end of the day today and post it tomorrow morning so that you guys can stay up to date, because I promised you guys that I'm going to be posting almost every day on all the games that would have been played. So yeah, thank you so much for listening to my beautiful voice and enjoy the rest of your day.